Experts and child rights advocates in Nigeria are urging increased awareness, early diagnosis, and support for children with neurodiverse conditions such as autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. They said inclusive education and government involvement are crucial to helping these children thrive. At the Embracing Neurodiversity event, speakers emphasized that children with learning differences are not struggling. They simply learn differently and require tailored support. Nigerian Program Coordinator for Fibian Neurodiversity Organization, Olubunmi Ajayi, said early professional guidance is key. She noted that with proper assessment and support, every child can thrive, adding that conditions like autism, ADHD, and dyslexia are more common than many people realize.
I think that when we have children and we see that they are learning differently, I think the first thing that we should do is to consult medical help, and not in a bad way. There are different ways where we can dictate how our children learn differently. Some have dyslexia, some ADHD, some are autistic, and the most viable ones are usually the autistic one. But I will tell you that we have over 10 neurodivergent cases, and I would advise that when you have children, the best thing to do is to always seek help when you see that they are learning differently. And there are medical personnel, clinical psychologists, and everybody that can always help you in notifying all these differences.
Attendees share personal experience to stress the importance of awareness. Bukola Shaba, who has a family member on the autism spectrum, urged parents to seek professional evaluation if children are not meeting developmental milestones. She said early assessment guide families on how to support their child, adding that awareness saves future.
You need to assess your children, right? Don't just stop at reading something online, or if you notice something about your child that is different, if they are not meeting their milestones, in their development stages, take them to the right facility, right? And ensure that they are properly assessed, so that you can know exactly how to help them. And in some cases, there's nothing wrong with them. But if you don't make the attempt, how would you know? So I think it's important that parents actually ensure that children are assessed and they know exactly what the child needs so that they can provide help. And if you see something, you're a friend, an aunt, an uncle, if you notice something, speak up about it, right? And create some awareness and let the parents, challenge them to get help if you notice something about a child.
Experts also outline practical ways to support neurodivergent learner, including sensory-friendly classrooms, differentiated instructions, and close collaboration between teachers, parents, and therapists. Director of Diverse Minds Special Education Needs and Consult Limited, Faith Omoduabi, called for government partnerships to subside therapy, particularly for children in rural areas.
Embracing neurodiversity and what autism spectrum disorder really is, and practical strategies on how we can support those who are on the spectrum, whereby you have to create a sensory, if it's in school, you create sensory-friendly classroom, you do a differentiated instruction or a differentiated curriculum or a differentiated teaching plan. Then you provide you include them in every activity that the school is doing, either in choreography, in debate, and all of that. Then you train your teachers on how best they can support individuals like this, and also train your parents, and collaboration with therapists like your ABA therapists, the OTs, the occupational therapists, and the speech therapists. And also, parents should also communicate with the teachers, the school, and their therapists. There shouldn't be any gap. Communication is very important.
Child rights advocate Mary Idoko highlighted gaps in the system, noting that many schools lack training personnel and that neurodiverse children are often excluded from key policies. She emphasized the need for stronger awareness and government actions to ensure every neurodiverse child is included, protected, and supported.
Embracing neurodiversity is actually an awesome idea, and I think the organizers really did an awesome job giving us awareness, about these children. Not that people don't know that these children exist, but a lot of people don't understand, their condition. And when you talk about child rights, we advocate for child rights, but you discover that these children are actually not included to a large extent, because you have, for instance, public schools where you have this kind of children in classes with regular students and teachers who are not specifically trained to handle them. So I think this is a great eye opener for everybody, to come on board, create more awareness, and
Advocates highlighted that early diagnostics, including classrooms and public educations, are essential to ensuring neurodiverse children reach their full potentials.